Okay, so here is the bracket that holds the potentiometers on the Philco Predicta, and as you can see we have half of it very shiny and clean and the other half is a little bit not so great. I'm going to show you how I did that. This part was actually very rusty. We also have here the cover for one of the potentiometers, and I'm going to show you first the materials that I am using. We have a glass bowl, clear lacquer, muriatic acid, toothbrush, and a bucket full of water. You should not do this on a concrete surface because muriatic acid and other acids, they eat up the concrete, but I don't care. So let's see if I can put the phone in a good angle and show you. You should also wear gloves, don't be stupid. Of course, cable is on the way. At the beginning it will be all black, but once you start rubbing it a little bit with the toothbrush, it will get all nice and clean. Be careful with the fumes that come out of this acid because they are toxic. I'm not here to teach anybody about safety precautions, and I'm not responsible if you try to do the stuff that I do and get hurt. Alright. Before, after. So here's the bracket, all shiny and clean. And this is steel, and it's plated. I don't know, maybe zinc plating or tin, I don't know, I really don't know. Anyway, it's plated, so when you put it in acid, the acid will eat away part of the plating or the entirety of the plating, and so the steel is prone to get very rusty very fast. That's why we're going to wash it and clean it and then apply clear coat on it to protect it, because I don't want to send this to replate, because if they lose this, plating companies here, they normally lose parts. They take a lot to do their work. They are expensive. I really don't want to deal with that. That's why I chose to clean it with acid, and I'm going to give it a coat of varnish or a clear coat or whatever you call it in your country. It will stay beautiful like this for a while. TV will not be left in the rain or anything like that, so this will last for a long time if you apply clear coat on it. We have there the potentiometer cover. See if I can grip it. It's very rusty, almost as rusty as the pliers that I'm using, and we're going to simply put it like that in the bath for about 10 minutes and see the results. Of course, if you are doing this type of thing to a part that serves as a ground or that has any electrical connection on it, you, for obvious reasons, don't want to apply any type of clear coat, at least on the area where the connection is made. So Keep that in mind, because clear coat is obviously transparent, and then you will have a bad connection and you will not remember why. Okay, so I don't think we are past the 5 minutes mark, and it's looking good. It's looking better, at least. I'm going to dip it in the bucket. Yeah, you can see the rust pitting remain here, but you no longer see the brown rust color. It's all shiny. So we are going to wash it better to neutralize the acid, dry it, and clear coat it. If you leave it like this until tomorrow, it's all rusted again, because after the acid, all the grease and stuff that is on the surface of things, it gets all washed away, so the part gets really clean, and that's the ideal environment for formation of rust. Maybe if I leave it like this all wet, maybe in an hour it's already starting to rust. So about the electronics restoration, I'm almost done with the main board. I got almost all the components replaced, the networks, the integrators, capacitors, resistors. I am waiting for some parts. I need a damper tube because mine is arcing a little bit inside. I also bought some spare tubes. I'm waiting for some weird value capacitors, some resistors, and hopefully next week, if everything goes according to plan, I'm going to show you all the work done, and we will do a first power up on the TV. This thing works really fast. So I put this in here and I started talking in the last video segment about a couple of seconds ago, and it's already nice and shiny. Another thing that I want to add is that after you do this, you can reuse this acid. You can pour it in the bottle again. The one that's in the bottle, you can see it's really dark because I have already used it a couple of times. This thing is dirt cheap. I think it costs 1.5 euros 1 liter, so it's really cheaper than beer or juice. So, and you can reuse it all over again. This is great for cleaning screws and mounting hardware, brackets, tools. Just be careful because it's really dangerous. Don't breathe it, don't touch it, don't let it go to your eyes ever. Please be very careful with that. I'm not being very careful, but that's my responsibility, not yours. So stay safe, alright? So here is the bracket after I applied the clear coat. Potentiometer covers are a little bit pitted. I could sand them and polish them, but I think they look really good. Much better than they looked before, for sure. Got this little round spring things that hold the knobs to the potentiometer shafts. They were also badly rusted out. They are looking very nice now. So what I'm going to do next, or what I'm going to do now, is to go in the house, leave this to dry, go in the house, clean the potentiometer tracks, clean the wipers of the potentiometers, test them, remove them off circuit and test them with a multimeter, see if everything is good. I'm going to come back here. This will be dry by that time, so I'm going to assemble everything and I'm going to show you the result. If you want to see how it looked before, I think on the first video that I made about the TV you can see how badly rusted these things were. I think it's pretty visible there on that video. I'm also going to let you take a peek into the board to see how it looks. It looks really good with all the new components, everything cleaned. And I think I will be making a power up next week, so let's hope for the best.